You smell that? Mildew? Clogged up toilet? No, it's summertime. Ah, yes, summer. Picnics, barbecues, clean air, hikes, outdoor activities. Blech! Summertime is here, and that means autumn is on its way. And it's time for me to start thinking about what haunted house I'm going to work at this Halloween. It seems to me that the good way to do this is to go and visit each one and give a review of it. Besides, Halloween Manti is having a contest, and I figure a review of haunted houses is perfect for Halloween. Ah, yes. Halloween. Trick-or-treating. Candy. Virgin sacrifice. Shut up! So here I am inside my crappy van getting ready to take a tour of the haunted houses of Salt Lake City on this very hot July evening. Because, well, that's only 3 months away from Halloween, and I gotta think about where I'm gonna work. So, let's turn on the proper tunes and have a good time. Oh, yeah. Now, this here is the backlot of what used to be Rocky Point Haunted House. It was the big dog out here in Salt Lake City. The best one there was. Quite a place to go and get scared. Now it's closed. Too bad. What you see here is a t-shirt for Rocky Point's Haunted Houses section. Fear of clowns. Woo, woo, woo. Easily the most popular part of the whole haunted house was the Psycho Circus. It was in 3D. And it was blaring with music, and there's clowns popping out all in your face and making jokes. It's a good time. There was even funhouse effects and a merry-go-round in it. Spared to no expense. This was the big one. So big that when it closed down on April 7th, 2007, the day I bought that t-shirt, when it closed down, it was on the cover of Haunt World magazine. That's the woman that owned the place. This is talking about how she's closing the place. It's a big shame, and no other haunted house has been able to fill its shoes. Now this is the entrance to Nightmare on 13th, located on 13th West, or no, 13th South, yeah. Anyway, this is the new big dog in town. They want you to work really hard. There we go. There's the sign. They want you to work really hard and put on a good show. They have quite a reputation to hold up. If you come to them, they want you to work every day. So, it's a lot of hard work. It's a very thematic show. Different hauntings. There's a Bates Motel bit that really scares people. Nightmare on 13th has worked its way up the ladder and becoming an established haunted house around here. It's the big one now. It's earned that right because Rocky Point closed down. It's a good show. You go through different rooms, through different thematic elements. Typical things. There's a Freddy Krueger part. In fact, when you go inside there is the Haunted Theater, I think is what it's called. At any rate, it has Nightmare Theater, of course, and it has it used to have Beetlejuice talking to the Crypt Keeper. Now it's Freddy Krueger talking to the Crypt Keeper, and they banter back. It's animatronic, and then you go through the house. And then there's an extra little bit at the end to scare you some more. The last bit is you walking through a freezer full of body bags. Can't even see it, but this is the Castle of Chaos. And what I like about this one is it's very much an actor's favorite. The monsters don't jump out and go boo. They jump out and say, "Let me tell you a story." It's pretty cool. Nice atmosphere. Atmosphere is what this place has. Good mazes in it too. So maybe I'll work here this year. Well, I wish you could see it. You can't really see anything, but that's okay. There's a sign that says you want to have fun, come act. So I mean that's what it's about. This one's about fun. There you can't really see the sign that says Castle of Chaos. But so then you have the Castle of Chaos, and it's kind of like the little one right now. But what it really has is actor oriented. There are some props. There is no animatronics. It's all about the actors. You go in and you get a whole story. The whole house is a theme. Last year was the first time I went, and the theme was some crazy owner of some land in the south. And I gotta tell you, right from the get-go, you walk in and it's like most haunted places are kind of like this. Boo! And then you go, ah! But what Castle of Chaos does is something very different. It's like this. So, you've picked a dark night to come to our land, and there's trouble a-brewing for you. And that's how it goes. Each room you go to has an actor that tells you a little bit of the story. Very, very fun. Plus last year they had that promotion that once you went to do Castle of Chaos, you could go to Nightmare Mansion. Now this one, it's called Nightmare Mansion. It's ran by the same people that ran Castle of Chaos. I don't know if they're going to be open this year, but they had a really great deal last year. You bought a ticket for Castle of Chaos. For a little bit more, you could buy a ticket to Nightmare Mansion. And what Nightmare Mansion had was like several little houses inside. You start off with $12, and then you added like $3 each time, you got another house you could go to. And then with that deal, you also got to go back to Castle of Chaos on the November 13th, which was a Friday that year. And this one is also very actor friendly. And it was pretty busy too, because it's in a really good location, good lighting. Just down there was a Halloween USA, so I don't know if this one's going to be open this year though, so we don't know. Have to wait and see. Now, Nightmare Mansion wasn't so themed, but it had one thing that was really interesting about it. It was cut off into sections. I think there was about 4 or 3 sections. You had to pay $12 to go into the beginning, which was in 3D, and there were like creepy, clownish, mutant, freaky people. And then you went into like a graveyard, and then you went into like a torture chamber, and I can't remember it all. But you paid $12 for the first one and $3 for each other one you went to. You only had to do the first one if you wanted it, and it was pretty fun. And it's a little bit more actor based, but there were a few props. Why would anyone pay him to scare people? He walks into a restaurant, everyone loses their lunch.